Hi, it's Filo. Let's set up spreads in my reading journal together while I review the books I read in March. I love goats, especially the tiny little ones that jump everywhere. I've always dreamed to have some in my garden. Not super realistic right now, but anyway, of course I had to read part of your world. There's a goat on the cover. So it's romance with literary fiction. There's Alexis, 37, a brilliant doctor in a family of doctors. She lives a life full of work and luxury in the city. And then there's Daniel, 28, tattooed carpenter from a family of carpenters, mayor in a little town where everybody knows everybody. He's the one with the goat, of course. So when these two meet and fall for each other, their worlds are shattered and they'll have to find how they can be part of each other's world. We follow both POVs, they're both very lovable characters, especially Daniel. So this was my first Abby Jimenez, and I have to say it was an excellent surprise. I found it very well balanced, cute, romantic, funny and refreshing. And then there's a very serious topic that is really well brought. I don't want to give away too much because I think it's better to go into it knowing the least you can, but just know it's very well documented and sensitively written and doesn't make the book dragging, boring, or overly sad at all. Each character has its own story apart from the romance, and there's a strong character development. There were also great references to the movie The Princess Bride, and I find it super funny. They're just strategically scattered along the book and make the banter really good. There's also a bit of spice, and I'm very picky with that, as you know by now, because I think it's not necessary. So when you find spice in a book, it better be well done, with some context and taste. And here it was well brought. It's very funny and cute and wholesome, and the spice is natural, not detailed out of context. There were many moments in the story where the author could have gone the easy way with a miscommunication trope, for example, or a grumpy sunshine trope, or down the childhood traumas, but she didn't. And for that reason, I liked it even more than Emily Henry's Book Lovers. As you may deduce from the cover of the book and my reading journal spread, there are a few animals in this story. So we have a dog, a goat, and a few squirrels. And there's also a hint at magical realism, which makes this story even more special, in my opinion. I really loved all the characters in this story, not only the main characters, but also their sidekicks. So now I can't wait to read Yours Truly, which is the second novel in this world, in which we follow another couple of this group of friends in the same town. And I think it's their sidekicks, his best friend and her best friend. They're really nice people and they're a lot of fun. So I think I'll read it very soon and I'll let you know how it goes. And now a bit about the spread. As always, I leave the links to all the supplies I'm using down in the description, along with my discount codes. This journal is from Notebook Therapy, and as you've seen, it's got pretty thick, but the spine doesn't seem to be nowhere near breaking anytime soon. I don't even know how that's possible, but I'm enjoying using this notebook and I don't want to start a new one when there are still around 20 pages left, I think. So we'll see if it can be used to the bone. Anyway, it's clear that when I'll have to start a new one eventually, I'll choose the same. I'll take a different cover, of course, but same brand, brown paper for sure. Of course, I gave Part of Your World 5 stars, and to write down my thoughts, I used my new fountain pen that was kindly sent to me by Ellington, and the ink flows so smoothly right from the start. I've used a lot of fountain pens, and I'm so pleased with this one. It's my favorite right now. You can choose the color. This one is Alpine Rose, and the nib size. This one is a medium. And don't forget to use my affiliate code for a discount. As you may remember, one of my favorite reads last year was Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. So when I heard that he was coming up with a whole series featuring the writer/detective from Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone, I ordered the second one in the series, which came out in February, I think, or March, maybe. I don't know, I ordered it right away. So here we meet our writer again. He's gone through a lot in the first book, and now he's invited to a writers' festival aboard a train crossing Australia, along with 5 other writers and a few guests. He's planning to enjoy the trip and find inspiration for his next fictional crime. So what could go wrong? So it's a mystery thriller with humor. And I think in the first book, I loved the humor more than the plot because I kind of guessed some parts, even though it was really good. But in this one, surprisingly, I loved the plot even more. There are so many plots and twists. It was so much fun, engaging, unique, and surprising again. I loved how everything counts and means something, how he breaks the fourth wall all the time with the reader, seemingly helping us, but also making fun of us. He makes the characters unforgettable, even if they are not really lovable. And there are quite a lot of characters in this one, but they are very well fleshed out, so you can't forget them. And the main character, he's the writer of the book, and he doesn't take himself too seriously as a writer and as a detective and as a boyfriend. He's so goofy. You end up feeling sorry for him and kind of liking him. And then he resolves the mystery and you can't help but admiring him and being surprised he's actually smart. In this one, I don't know if that's because I was just enjoying the ride, literally, but I didn't guess anything about the plot, so I enjoyed it even more than the first one. And then I've heard that the third one is already coming up this December, I think, and it's called Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret. So it's no secret that I'm reading it as soon as it comes out. And I seriously hope that this series is gonna be very long because that's exactly what I need. And now about the spread. I always like putting together all the supplies I can find around the books I read and arranging them on the page. So here everything is featured in the story too, but don't worry, there's no spoiler. Some pictures also refer to fun facts I learned in this book, so I don't want to tell you about it because I think it's better that you learn it in the book yourself, and it's more fun. And then I had so much fun with the title, let me tell you. So first I used my stamps, and then I had this stamp with the train ticket. And then I tried and copy this word train from the cover with the dynamic font kind of whooshing past. That was actually very easy to do. In my reading journal, I think even more than in my bullet journal, I like to play with different fonts. I like how it can be part of the design of the page and illustrate the style or the atmosphere of the book. Oh, and then I use stickers to write suspects with individual letters, like in an anonymous letter. So not only did I have fun reading the book, but I also had fun creating this page. And of course, I gave this book 5 stars. So of the 2 books I read this month, I gave both 5 stars. And in parallel, I was also reading 2 other books, but one is very long and I'm not finished yet. And the other one is part of a series, and I want to talk about it when I finish this series, hopefully in April. Time for a quick flip through of my reading journal spreads for March. I hope you enjoyed this video and found some creative inspiration or new books to read. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me this emoji. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, enjoy reading!